There's a couple of different announcements that the coalition has announced, not just today, but yesterday as well, a flurry of them, in fact. So let's bring in our political editor, Andrew Clennell. What's this about?
Well, they're all being leaked.
They're all being
leaked. They're not out there doing a press conference announcing things, and that's got to be a worry for Peter Dutton. And look, I said on this program a few weeks ago, I didn't think he'd done enough to release policy at this stage, and this is what happens if you don't. Then suddenly journalists go around trying to find out the fine leaks or be given them. So we've had the citizenship, the dual citizenship thing, maybe a referendum.
Yep.
Increased defence spending, we got a 2.5 figure on that. I think we knew that was coming.
That was interesting because they had been vague on that when we all put questions to them. They were like, well, it'll be released in due course. Trump wanted 3%.
Aren't you sick of hearing it? I am.
Yeah, but
and student caps too.
Yeah. I mean, so if we... Yeah, OK, so carry on.
Anyway, so...
Yeah.
I mean, look... One of the things I find interesting, Pete, is they're all in Peter Dutton's safe space, right? He was Home Affairs Minister and Defence Minister, so he's going to that safe space. The real question for them is economic policy. Now, they've got a bit of an excuse. They say we need to see the budget numbers, but you could operate on the MyEFO numbers. They're basically going to be the same. So I think it's about time, if he wants to win, I'll say it again, he needs to start putting stuff out there. Now, Peter Dutton, as I understand it, is determined to leave it more last minute, because he believes voters disengage quickly these days. But they don't disengage if you announce something and then you go on and on and on about it. And I don't think they're doing enough about that. He's been a great opposition leader in terms of attacking the government, Peter Dutton. But if you're going to win 15 to 20 seats, you need to prove yourself an alternative government.
Well, particularly as it's been said that a lot of the government's policies that they've announced in recent weeks, it's been matched and bettered by the coalition. So maybe voters would think, well, is it worth changing horses at this stage if there's not much difference?
I actually think, there's been a momentum swing in the last, 3 weeks. And I think Peter Dutton starts the campaign behind, which we couldn't imagine 2 months ago.
Well, polls show that.
They need to prove themselves to be an alternative government at the moment, and they're failing to do so. So that's an extraordinary turnaround, I think, particularly when we've had the cost of living issues we have and the fumbles from Anthony Albanese. But this is what tends to happen, that in a tight election, people swing to the incumbent. Now, I don't think he's going to win majority government, Anthony Albanese. Don't mistake what I'm saying for that. But I'm now starting to think it's possible he'll hit the early 70s in terms of seats.
Yeah.
If he hit 73, 74, it'd be quite governable.